Hi, welcome to this week's video. Today I'm showing my storage solutions for craft supplies. As all of you know that I don't have anything fancy in terms of craft tools or in terms of storage. I just use locally available things, as best as I can. So I thought instead of showing you static pictures, I'll show you a video, and probably you'll be able to pick up the ideas and make them work in your way. So let's get started. The first thing I'm showing you today is my ribbons. My ribbon storage is pretty straightforward. I just have shoe boxes filled of ribbons like this, and yeah, I have a lot of ribbons, so I have probably 2 or 3 boxes that have ribbons. I've tried other things with my ribbon storage, like having holes on the sides of boxes and then ribbon peeking out, but that doesn't work for me because I'm more of a visual person who wants to have a look at things at one go and then decide on what works best. So this storage solution really helps me because I can just open the box and look at all the available ribbons and then match them up to my projects. So that makes it easy for me. So as you can see, all these spools are stored as it is. Although spools take more space like this, but they look pretty and it's easy to see what ribbon it is. So I prefer them having in spools like this. For the other pieces of ribbon, the smaller pieces of ribbon, what I've done is I've created small spools from cardboard like this, and then I just wrap around my ribbon, and I use a small stick pin here. Where is my stick? I use a small stick pin here to hold the loose end together so that it doesn't open up and tangle with other things. So it's pretty easy. Whenever I want to use it, I'll just take this stick pin out and use it. So as you can see, I have like a lot of ribbon and lace and so many other things going on here. So this is my ribbon storage solution and it really works for me. Probably you can decide on how you like your ribbons to be stored and then pick up the idea from there. As for the spools, I created them with cardboard, which was not as thick as chipboard, but it was thicker than a pattern paper, and it was good for storing the ribbons. And additionally, what I did was I just used my X-Acto knife and I cut a little V shape in the center. It just acts as a teeth here, and it will, when you start, I don't know if you can see it, there's so much light and reflection on here. Okay, so here you go. What happens is when you start wrapping your ribbon around, you can just tuck the starting point in there, so that will keep it in place, and then you can roll it over. Yeah, there's a lot of reflection, some light problem here, so I don't know if that's actually clearly visible to you. Let's see. Yeah, so that was pretty easy. I just used some waste cardboard from packing and I just cut them up freehand. I didn't measure for sizes or anything. I just for larger width I used bigger spool, and for smaller width I used smaller ones. I do the same thing with my embroidery floss. Okay, this is a very very old bag. It belongs to my mom and I just took it from her. She used to do a lot of embroidery in her early days, and now she doesn't, so I use it up, and I'm very attached to this bag. So even though it's old and it's even getting torn from places, I still love to have it around. So what I do is I do the same things with my embroidery floss. I have them on spools like this, and then what I do is to make sure that the loose ends don't open up and tangle with other floss, I have used regular scotch tape, and it's really easy to take it off and then put it back on that way. So that works for me. So you know, you can see that it comes right off and then goes and sticks right back. So it works for me here this way. And these are some of the new ones that I purchased recently, so I have to put them on spools. Another thing for ribbons is that, you know, I am a miser when it comes to my craft supplies, because they are not easily available in India, and I have to outsource them from US or other places, which is quite expensive. So I prefer using every bit of my craft supplies. I do not waste anything. So often I have ribbon scraps, very tiny pieces of ribbon that come out of a project. So what I do is I just, you know, store these teeny tiny little pieces in these chocolate boxes, and I have 3 boxes, so I just arrange them in 2 colors. This one here has red, white, pink, and this one here has all my orange, yellow and browns, and here this one has greens and blues and blacks. So that way what I do is I just whenever I start a project and I need a ribbon, I first check these boxes, and if I find a perfect ribbon for my project, I first use up from these boxes and then I go to my actual spools. That way I just use them up whenever I can, and I just keep them stacked like this, one on top of another on my table, so that I have access to them at any given point of time. So that is it. That is all about my ribbons and laces, and I hope it was useful in some way to you. I'll come back with another video for stamps and buttons and paper storage. So till then, take care. Bye bye.